Hey, I'm Birdman.
I'm Bruce,
Time to get on target at
the hub. And here we are today with something really cool.
Bruce is like, he was
I'm excited about this.
when I came to tell him. He goes, I got something. So,
Well, we talked about this. Was it last year or the year before? The Trevor was the year before. This was this year.
Trevor was the year before.
I keep making mistakes.
That's kind of funny. But this, you called this year, 2019, the year of
The revolver.
the revolver.
Yeah. They're coming back. There's a lot more models now. You know, Colt brought all their different ones out. And today we happen to have the newest one that just came out a few days ago, believe it or not. It's a Colt King Cobra in 357 in 4-inch, or actually 4 1/4 inch, if we want to show them this real quick.
And then flip on here.
Just kind of turn it over like that.
So,
Anyway, it has a fiber optic front, excuse me, and adjustable rear, and a custom Colt medallion wood stock.
it's funny. This looks like a used, non-used gun. You know, it doesn't look like
It's
new.
no, it's just because the way the finish is on them.
Yeah.
It's not that satin. It's not highly polished. It's in between. It's so when you talk about guns like this, because we did the review on the other one without the sight on it.
Right.
Okay. And this one is so smooth, buttery. We don't hate to use buttery smooth, but this is so smooth.
It's like popcorn smooth.
Well, let's just show the shoot.
Oh, yeah, do that.
Let's do that. Okay. Are we ready? Anyway, the first shot was a low shot because I didn't even feel the trigger coming back. And the difficult thing was for me not shooting this the last few days. I didn't want to shoot it until we did it. That's
Right.
how we do
You
the
didn't want to
shoot.
practice it, basically.
No, because we pull it out and we shoot it, and we've been doing that for 2 years now. So
Now, that
we're
was,
gonna
you
continue.
shot it with 357 or you shot it with
No, I shot him with those 38 plus speed
38
ones.
plus speed? Okay.
But anyway, it's so smooth that I had difficulty wondering if I pulled the trigger all the way back. But then it kind of smoothed out a little bit, and I got used to that trigger. This would be a very accurate gun. They actually call this a target model, which, because it's got a rear sight, it doesn't make a lot of sense that they call it a target, because it's more like we don't call the 686 Smith the target,
Right.
or the Rugers a target, and they have rear sights. It's just a very smooth gun, nice frame size. So we have to talk about Colts. You have to talk about quality.
Right.
It's getting close to, and I did own a Python a long time ago. It's getting very close to the build quality. So this is how we get in trouble talking about prices and stuff like that. This is a
Right.
$1,000 gun, which it seems really expensive, and it is, except if you start looking at other quality guns, that you want a 1911, that's a quality. Most of them are going to be about $1,000.
Right.
The only other revolver I've seen built this good would be that new, the new Dan Wesson. There it goes.
And there's the call of the day.
The call of the day. The dive call. The new Dan Wesson has got the build quality of the old one. It's an excellent. And there's another revolver we never talk about because we never see them. That's at Korth. We see them at the show, and those are the ones that are $2,000 to $4,000 for a revolver.
Yeah.
And when you talk about guns with this kind of quality, it's like talking about a fancy knife. Of course, a lot of people say I won't pay more than $20 or $40 for a knife, and other people want to spend $200 for a knife.
It's like in cars,
It's
automobiles.
automobiles, same way.
There's hobbies that can cost you a lot more money.
Yes, if you're into quality, I don't know how to explain the feel of it, opening it and closing it. I don't have terms for it, but when we talk about BMWs with the overall driving experience kind of a thing, this is a shooting experience.
Yeah.
Now, I can't wait to actually shoot it the second time.
Shoot it,
and
like,
start
yeah.
to. In fact, maybe we'll do a little video on when we shoot it a little bit more and see how it does. But it's very smooth. So let's get into and quickly. Yes.
Sure. No, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's get into how we scored it, and it's not fair because we can't score it on certain things above a 10. So let's just look at it.
He'd give it a 12 if we could.
On the standard med, I would probably give it a 12.
Cool.
And shootability, I'd probably give it more than a 10. But we gave him a 10 because we're going to go to 10. Power factor, We do 9 on 357s only because there's close to 10, and then we use 44 mags, everything above.
My dad, my father, was an Ohio State patrol officer, and this what they carry was 357. And it, as a round, I've always felt was, you got the 45 fans, but 357, I'd argue I would say 357 definitely better than 9.
Yeah, it had
a power factor.
It had, and actually, basically, what this is like, this would be like a 10, roughly.
Right.
Except with a little bit more penetration, because the sectional density, if they're both 180 grain, would be deeper on a 35, 357 diameter compared to a 400 diameter.
And he said sectional density.
I did. Did I say that right? Yeah, that's not a new group.
Okay, right.
We're talking about the sectional density because of its being a smaller diameter, 357 thousandths compared to 400 thousandths.
Right.
The same weight at the same basic speed would run deeper penetration on the narrower one.
Yeah, and it has the shootability of a 9.
Yes. Ammo cost is an 8 only because 38s and 37s are more expensive. It actually sells for $9.99 if you could find one, and we give that an 8 just because it is expensive. We don't give it a 10 because it's less.
Right.
And so that, in a way, that's we're not making up for it. Actually, what it should be is a lot more money than $9.99 if we compare it to the other guns that are this quality. Function reliability, of course, we only shoot it 6 times. This is a 6-shot. Safe handling a 10. Carrying options, we go back to 8 only because it's not a pocket gun.
No.
It needs a holster, and there's different holsters, but it limits you to how you have to carry it. Category, we put like a CCW in a winter, woods or home defense, car or something like that. So training options back to 8 because there's not a lot of other things we can do to lower the ammo cost. And the feel, here's where we have to, I'd like to put the feel. The feel's at 10. Remember, we started using feel on the new guns.
Yeah.
Which is ambience, or whatever we want to call that.
Well, it would be ambiance if it was a room, but it's
ambience.
it's that quality kind of.
Yeah. So
assured
I'd give it more than a 10 for that. But it ends up with a score of 91, mainly because of the caliber, the cost of the ammo, and the cost of the gun. But then if we could give it another score for build quality. And people have to look at one of these and come in and look at, go to your local dealer, come in here, we hope, and look at the new Cobra line.
Right.
I don't know how they did it, but it's a fantastic gun, build quality. We're going to shoot it some more.
Yep.
So we give it a score of 91. And
that's the Colt.
That's a Colt King Cobra, 4 1/4. They call it their target, actually. So if you look it up, it might say target on it, but it's actually, to me, a 4-inch. 357, similar to a 686, or similar to a Ruger, but lighter framed, but strong. It's all forged,
and not
no
too
cast,
light, and not too light.
And not too light. It's a fantastic gun. I'm glad we have it to look at.
Hey, make sure you're checking out thehubaz.com and everything else going on. The new classes are going well with Bruce here.
Yeah.
And more stuff coming in the future. Just watch that page and check us out here. I'm Birdman.
And I'm Bruce, and be safe. We probably should start by thanking everybody that's subscribing.
Yes.
Get some more people to subscribe. We'll keep going.
Thanks for your comments as well.
Yeah.
And don't worry, we're not fighting.
Yeah, we are not today.
Thanks.
Thank you.